Welcome back to the Paddock Vault. If you think the current ground effect era has been a roller coaster, blimey, just wait until you see the absolute state of the 2026 preparations. It's looking like a proper shambles down in the engineering departments. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of why the new regulations are giving Adrian Newey and the rest of the grid a massive headache, do me a favor, mate. Smash that subscribe button right now. We're pushing full beans to build the best F1 community on YouTube, delivering daily no-nonsense analysis straight from the paddock. If you enjoy the video, drop a like. It helps the algorithm more than a fresh set of soft tires in Q3. Cheers. Right, let's talk about the elephants in the room, literally. According to the latest whispers from the pit lane, the 2026 cars are massively overweight. The FIA promised us nimble, agile machines to replace the current boats we have, aiming to shave off significant mass, but reality has hit the teams like a concrete wall. We are hearing reports that every single team is currently sitting above the minimum weight limit. And here is the shocking bit. Some of these chassis are overweight before the mechanics have even bolted in the power unit. It's absolute madness. The culprit, it's the electrical reliance. To get that 50-50 split between the internal combustion engine and the electric power, the batteries have become absolute units. They are massive, heavy, and ruining the weight distribution. Engineers warned the FIA about this ages ago, saying that shrinking the wheelbase and narrowing the car wouldn't offset the weight of a battery the size of a small hatchback. It seems they were right. This is a critical alert for the paddock. Carrying extra timber isn't just about being slow on the straights, it destroys tire life, ruins braking efficiency, and puts massive strain on the suspension. It's a spiraling disaster for setup windows. But the drama doesn't stop there. The big story coming out of Silverstone involves Aston Martin. The word on the street is that the team, backed by Lawrence Stroll's billions and the genius of Adrian Newey, has failed their mandatory crash tests. Now, before you panic and think it's all over for Alonso, let's look at this with a technical eye. This is classic Newey. He pushes the aero packaging so tight, shrinking the bodywork to the absolute millimeter to maximize airflow, that often the structure fails the first impact tests. It happened at Red Bull, it's happening here. Most teams have passed and are starting final assembly in January, but Aston Martin is still back at the drawing board reinforcing the chassis. They claim to be calm, but with deadlines tight, they are walking a fine line. 2026 is shaping up to be a year of brutal compromises. Teams have to decide, do you sacrifice reliability, aerodynamics, or weight? You can't have all three. So, what do you think? Is 2026 going to be a brilliant engineering challenge or a clumsy overweight parade? And are you worried about Aston Martin failing the crash tests this late in the game? Let me know in the comments below. Get in there and let's discuss.